everyone, welcome to today's session. So today we've got a bit of hypertrophy stuff. We literally doing reps of about 6 to 12, so hypertrophies, yeah. So we are gonna just be using our own body weight. We're just gonna see how we get on. We're gonna do about 3 movements for the upper body. We're gonna do about 3 movements for the lower body, and then we're gonna try and do 3 movements for the core as well. Yeah. So, obviously I do a lot of HIIT sessions, but today I'll change it up slightly. Okay, so like I said, 6 to 12 reps per movement. We're going to start with upper body, and then we're going to go into lower body, and then we're going to go into core after that. Okay, so we are going to warm up, quick warm up. I've already done part of my warm up. Make sure, like I keep on emphasizing, you're doing a bit of a warm up before we actually start our session, so you've warmed up fully, because of the time, I tend to just keep a warm up really short. Yeah. So we're just going to do a quick warm up, and then we're going to our movements. Okay, so we're going to start with just some squats with some front raises, yeah, or reach. Okay, let's go. So squat and reach here. Okay, so for those of you who don't know me, my name is Josie. I'm a lifestyle and fitness coach in London. I just do a lot of online coaching, so if you're in need of a coach, then please visit my website. My link is in my bio, and we can go from there. Okay, so we literally just warming up here, yeah. Okay, sitting back. Let's do 2 more here, then 1 more. Okay, next thing that we're gonna do, we're gonna go into some shin box, yeah, switch. So you sit into, so it's a 90-90. So this is one of the best warm-ups to do when you're doing a lot of like lower half workouts. So a reason being, a lot of people are limited in flexibility through the hip flexors. So this one is just going to really loosen up your hip flexors, yeah? So 90-90, sorry, so we're going to start it from there. So we're going to go from there, we're just going to switch into the sides, yeah? Okay, try and keep your heels nice and glued to the floor, so you keep position basically. Sometimes I tend to lose position because I'm not really focusing on gluing, keeping my heels glued to the floor. Okay, so you're gonna feel your hip flexors. Just open that. Okay, I'm just gonna straighten my mat out. We're gonna go again. So ideally, we're gonna do about 15 reps or so twice, yeah. So I've already done a bit of a warm-up like I said earlier, so I'm not doing as many. So straight from there, we're just gonna sit in nice and deep here, and we're just gonna shift the weight from side to side here. So I'm just going to do about 10, yeah? So you just want to do about 10. Again, you can repeat it twice, yeah? Okay, so because we're going to do a lot of stuff that incorporates a lot of wrist action, I'm just going to warm up here, yeah? So warm up the wrist a bit. Okay. Okay. When I go into the floor and just warm up a bit through my wrist again. So here, I'm just going to push forward slightly, pressing my arms down. I'm going to bring it back. I'm going to switch it into the sides. I'm going to switch it back. So I'm keeping my palms nice and flat into the floor whilst I stretch through my wrist, yeah? Pushing, transferring my weight into the side slightly, just through the wrist. Okay, here, I'm gonna do through my fingers as well, so I'm just gonna press through my fingers a bit more here. Okay, so we're gonna then just go into some reverse lunges here with overhead reach. So we go into here, put a knee down, yeah, overhead reach, back here. We're just going to do about 5 on each side, yeah, but again you want to probably repeat this another time, yeah, once more. So for now, because of we got limited time, we're just gonna do about 5 on each side. So I'm just gonna do one more here, probably done a bit more. Okay, so now we're just gonna get ready for a movement, but I'm just gonna probably warm up. Done this already, people, that's why I say please try and warm up before, yeah, so when we get to do the session, we literally just trying to go into the session as quick as possible. But I'm just going to warm up here as well slightly. Okay, so the upper body, so bringing those shoulder blades into the middle as I push backwards. It's also opening up my chest as I go back, opening up my back as I come forward. Okay, just gonna do here as well, just reaching up, coming down and reach up. Let's do 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Okay, all right, so for those of you who've joined in, thanks for joining in. So you know I come with these sessions every Monday at 1:15, but yesterday I had some stuff was going on that I couldn't move, so I had to move the session to today. So in case something happens, or if I wasn't feeling too well, then I'll move it to a different day, possibly a Tuesday. We keep the same time, which is 1:15, but other than that, it's normally on the Monday at 1:15. Okay, so we're gonna go into our first move. We're gonna try and do about 6 reps, yeah? So for me, my weakness, especially right now, is my upper body strength, yeah? So I'm working on strengthening my upper body and doing low repetitions, resting, and then going for about 5 sets of about reps of 5. So if I'm doing press-ups, for instance, so I'm just trying to build up my strength with my upper body. All right, so we're gonna go into some arm workouts. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna explain each movement as we go. Yeah, so first movement is we're just gonna walk out the arms and then we're gonna press. Yeah, so here we go. Let's do it. So starting here, we go walk out. Okay, we'll bring it here. We go nice and slowly down. Arms are directly under our shoulders, and then we're gonna walk back again. So we're gonna do about 6 of those. Let's go. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. Let's do 2 more. 5. Let's do 1 more. 6. So the 6 of those, I want to make sure that you get enough rest. So I would ideally say about a minute and a half, but today we're only getting about 30 to 45 seconds rest here. So hypertrophy is what we're doing today. We're working reps of 6 to about 12 reps. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna just, like I said, rest for a bit. Then we're gonna go into our next movement, which is gonna be working through the back here. But you're also gonna feel it through your core. Same thing as if you're doing press-ups, you're gonna feel it through your core as well, because stability is important when you're doing your press-ups, to perfect it, to make sure you're getting good press-ups. You get a stable base, so you set your body in the right way, keep your core engaged, arms are in line with your shoulders, if you're just starting to try and whatever. So that way you're going to have that stable base, and then you can just then press through. Yeah, I'm also building my strength at the moment, upper body strength, because I've not been doing much with my upper body. Okay, so now we're gonna go into the plank and then row. Yeah, so we're just gonna hold our plank position. It's so windy. So for this one, we're gonna do about 12 reps. Yeah, we're gonna do about 6 on each side. So what you want to do is you want to hold that plank, and then from there you're going to just make sure you maintain the balance, and then you're going to row by bringing your arm. So what you want to do, you want to make sure that your elbows stay nice and close into your body. When you're rowing up, you try and maintain a 90-degree angle at your elbow, so your arm is going, or your elbow is going back slightly and up. Yeah. Okay, so working through your upper back. So this is what we're going to do now. We can also do it, you can also do it on your knees. You just keep your core nice and taut. Okay, so that way you've got that stability, core is engaged, and then you just row, making sure as you're rowing up, you're really targeting, working on that back here, because we're not using weights, we're just using our own body weight. So I want to really put that effort into, as we're rowing back, think of having a dumbbell. Yeah, same kind of concept. Okay, let's go. So we set ourselves up, core engaged, we got our arms directly under our shoulders. Okay, then we're just gonna row. So like I said, you can always do it there as well. Yeah, just make sure you're keeping your core nice and engaged. You engage your core, doing that, you're going to feel it through your core, through your stomach as well. Yeah, if you're really holding good form, then you're going to really feel it through your stomach as well. Okay, so we're going to rest for a bit again, and then we're going to go into our next movement, which is going to be targeting more of our arms, more of triceps. Yeah, it's also going to work through our back as we come to the top. I will explain it in a bit. So little rest. So ideally when you're doing this workout, you want to be doing about 4 sets of this. Okay, so try and go through it 4 times. Alright, so today I might not do as many because we haven't got the time. We definitely won't do as many because we haven't got the time, but when you're doing it, try and do about 4 to 6 sets. Okay, so for this one is mainly triceps. We're also work through our shoulders, it's going to work through our core, we're also going to work through our back. Yeah, so want to set up here All right, so I'll show you from the front, then I'll come and show it to you facing the other way. Yeah, so what we want to do is we want to set up so our arms slightly behind our bum, about shoulder width apart. Then from there, what we're going to do is we're going to dip down, okay? And then when we get into that position, we're going to then fully extend up, yeah? Bring our shoulder blades into the middle, and then we're going to bring it down again here. Dip again, and then keep going. So from this side is before we go. So I'm just going to do, we're going to do about 6 reps here, yeah? So here is our arms, and then we're going to dip, and then from there we're going to extend. Okay, let's do about 6. Dip, up, extend. Bring those shoulder blades into the middle as you extend up. Dip, extend, dip, extend. I've actually lost count. Let's do one more. Okay, so you're gonna feel it through your shoulders, you're gonna feel it through your triceps obviously, and you're gonna feel it through your back as well, yeah? But you're also gonna feel it through your core. Try and keep your core nice and engaged as you're doing this movement, especially when you're coming up to the top, yeah? Okay, so just gonna take a little breather again. We'll rest. So today we're doing about 30 to 45 seconds rest between movement, making sure that you're taking enough rest before you go again, yeah? The rest is as important as the workout, because you want to give enough rest for your muscles to recover enough for you to put in another good set of whatever exercise you're doing, yeah? Or sorry, be it upper body, lower body, whatever you're doing. Okay, so now we're gonna try and do some lower body movements, and then we'll get to core. We'll see how much time we've got. We can maybe do another round, just depending on the time. Okay, so the lower body movements, we got plier squats. We're gonna pose at the bottom about 2, and then come up again. So we're gonna try and do, I think for these I'll do about 12 reps, yeah? So gains, people, it's all about the gains. Lower body is my strength. I love lower body movements, so we're gonna go. So core nice and engaged, that neutral spine, feet nice and wide, toes pointing out. So we're going to plier squats nice and tall here. We're gonna sit down here into it. So let's go. 1, 2, up. 1, 2, up. 1, 2. Doing really well. If you're doing it with me, keep going. Let's do 2 more. Okay, so that's that one. We're gonna take a little break, quick wipe. Say today we're doing about 30 to 45 seconds rest, but you want to be taking enough rest to give your muscle enough recovery, so that when you go into the next set, you're really putting in your best, yeah? Okay, so we want to we're gonna go into the front and then reverse lunge for the next one. Yeah, so we're gonna do about, for this one we're doing a total of 12, but we're gonna do 6 on each side. Yeah, okay, so 6 on each side. Front and back counts as 1 rep. Yeah, so front, just gonna step forward, yeah, into a squat, and then you're gonna step back and do another one. Okay, so make sure you set your feet right as well. Make sure you're not pushing through your front heel forward. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna start with a reverse thing and I'm gonna go into the front. Okay, so let's go. Here, reverse, and then front, reverse, it's about 6. So now we're gonna do same thing with the other side. Yeah, so we're gonna go into reverse. Sorry, I almost lost my balance. Okay, because I was trying to look and see if I've got enough room behind me. I've got the kettlebells. Okay, let's go. So reverse, front, that's 4, 5, 6. Okay, oh my god, so I'm so sorry, it's so windy, so got wind coming through the door, the windows, which is causing a bit of havoc in here because it's just keeps on banging the doors. Okay, so windy, so windy over here. All right, so that's that one. All right, so we're just gonna rest up for a bit again, and then we're gonna go into our next movement. Yeah, our next movement is gonna target more of our glutes. Yeah, so these movements, you can change movements up depending on what you want to target more on the day. Yeah, today I'm just doing 3 lower body movements, so you could change it up to other lower body movements. It's up to you. Same with the upper body movements, you could change it up to other ones, and same with the core ones. It's up to you, whatever muscles you want to target more on that day. Yeah, so here we're going to try and hit more of our glutes. Yeah, so we're going to go into our glute bridge. Okay, so want to lie down on the back, right? So want to make sure we bring our heels close enough to our glutes. All right, then we're gonna make sure we squeeze our core or our belly button into our spine, and then we're gonna push up through our glutes. Yeah, all right, so through our hips. All right, so let's try and do about 12 of these. Make sure your weight is into your heels, so we want to focus more on the glutes. Yeah, halfway. Doing really well. Let's do 2 more. Let's do 1 more. Okay. So, if you, a lot of people are quad dominant, yeah? I am quad dominant. So you need to make sure that you really try and focus on engaging your core before you push up. Sometimes I tend to loosen up. It's normal. Well, my core not to engage. I've not engaged enough. And I start to feel my quads burning a lot more than my glutes. So try and keep that core engaged. In that way, when you push up, you're pushing up through your hips, and you really feel those glutes firing up. Yeah. Okay. So that's that one. We're gonna just take a little rest, and then we're gonna try and hit our core next. Yeah. So with our core again, we got 3 movements. We got Spider-Man, mountain climbers, and then we got the bear crawl with a knee tap, and then we got the plank with a hip drop or hip rotation. Yeah. So we're gonna do those 3 movements. We're gonna probably just do about 12 reps per movement. So for the bear crawl and tap, you're gonna just tap 12 times onto your knee, so opposite knee. But I'll explain each movement as we go. All right, so we're gonna start with the mountain climbers, the Spider-Man mountain climbers. So for here, what we want to do is set up. Your setup for each movement is important. Don't just rush into the movement. Really set up your base is important. Yeah. So want to set up so our arms are directly under our shoulders, about shoulder width apart. Yeah. For that good support through our arms. So this is also going to require the amount of strength through your shoulders. Yeah. Stability. So because your shoulders are going to feel it as well. Trust me. Okay. So you're going to then come up. You're going to tuck your stomach in. Then from there, this will be a more difficult way of doing it. Yeah? Keeping your foot off the floor. Now, you don't have to do it that way. You can do it that way. Yeah? Just stepping in. Okay. So, we're going to try and do it. Might do it both ways, or might just do it where I just keep my foot elevated. But remember, you can do it either way. Yeah? Okay, so just gonna set up. I'm gonna go for 12. Okay, stomach tucked in. 1, 2, 3, 6, 10, 11, 12. Okay, if you're keeping your stomach nice and tucked in, like core engaged, you're really gonna feel it through your abs, yeah? Obliques, everything. You're just gonna feel that burn, which is what we want. Okay, so we rest for a bit, drink of water, wipe, starting to sweat a bit. Not as much as last week. Last week, trust me, I was sweating buckets. Today, not as much. So, just gonna take some rest. Okay, so I want to build strength as well, yeah. So, more working to building strength. We're also working on building muscle here. So gains basically. Okay, so those sexy lean gains, yeah. So we're gonna now go into our next movement, and our next movement is gonna be the bear crawl. So with this one, with the tap, yeah. So want to make sure we set up again. Set up, arms directly under our shoulders. We're gonna have our knees directly under our hips. We're gonna have our arms about, so we've got a 90-degree angle at the knee, yeah. And then we're gonna make sure that we set up first, like I said. So we're here, we're gonna squeeze our belly button into our spine, okay. Then we're gonna lift our knees off the floor, okay. Lift. So I'll do it from this side, and I'll just show you how much I'm lifting. So we lift our knees off the floor, yeah? So we're gonna go now. And then when we get our knees off the floor, we get that stability, stable base. Make sure we're secure. We're gonna then tap our knee, yeah? So we're gonna try and do 12 taps, okay? So opposite arm to opposite knee, yeah? Okay, so let's go. So get your setup right. Keep your core nice and engaged. Belly button squeezed into your spine. Let's go. 8, 10, 11, 12. Whew. Okay, so you want to make sure you really feel that burn through your core, yeah? Okay, so making sure you really engage in your core so you feel that stuff, that burn through your stomach, yeah? Engage your core. Okay, so next we're gonna go into our plank, yeah, onto our elbows. Then we're gonna rotate. We're gonna drop our hips into the sides, yeah? Okay, so me with this one, I tend to do it 2 separate ways, yeah? Today I might do both, just do one. Sometimes I'll have my hips nice and high, so I've got a bit of a V at my hips, and then or through my body. And in that way, I'm gonna hit my lower abs a bit more, yeah? Or I'll keep that plank position, so everything is nice and straight from the top of your head to your thumb. So everything is straight, and then I'll keep it nice and low there, keep my stomach tucked in, and then just rocking. You can do it that way. You can just lift your hips up a bit, but making sure, most importantly, keep that core engaged, okay? All right, so let's go into this one. So set up again. Make sure your arms are directly, or your elbows are directly under your shoulders, yeah? And then you're gonna get into that plank position, okay? And then from there, you're gonna keep your stomach tucked in, and then you're gonna just drop into the sides, yeah? One more. Whew. So that's 12 reps. Okay, when you're working, making sure that you keep in correct form. When you keep correct form, you'll find that you actually feel the burn a lot quicker because you're keeping that correct form. You're gonna feel like, oh yeah, the muscles are actually working. If you're not keeping correct form and you're just working through the motions, you're just gonna sweat backwards, yeah? And you're not really gonna be hitting those muscles because you're just all over the place. Same thing when it comes to, say you're using weight, never compromise your form for lifting heavy. So, oh yeah, so, you know, I don't care about my form, I'll just lift heavy. That's stupid training, yeah? Clever training is making sure that your form, yeah, is on point. That way, when you're doing the movement, you're really hitting those muscles that you want to work on, okay? So never compromise your form. Your form should be number one. The other things you progress, yeah, as you go. If you feel you've gone high in weight, and your form is all over the place, you're starting to lose form, then bring it down, yeah? It's not about trying to show off to other people. It's about making sure that you are doing it with proper form, and you're hitting the muscles that you want to hit, that mind to muscle connection, and you're making sure you're getting the results that you want to get, yeah? So it's about you. You're not competing with anyone else, yeah? It's all about you, and you definitely want to avoid injuries, yeah? So bad form will just bring injuries. Okay, so let's see, where are we? So we're just gonna now finish off with some stretching, yeah? So if we were doing this one, without me having to explain everything, we would probably do about 2 rounds. Yeah, if I was just going through it, taking a bit of rest, say 30 seconds rest, and then go for another round, then we'll probably end up going through it twice. But for me, it's more important to explain the movement, yeah, so that you guys understand it, so that when you get to do it by yourself, you keep in correct form. Okay, so we're just gonna do some stretching to finish off. And like I said, try and do this workout, go through this about 4 times at least. Yeah, so this would have been 1 round, rest for a bit, you go into another round, 3 more rounds after this. Yeah, and then you'd have had a good workout. Okay, so we're now just gonna go into some stretching to finish off. So we're gonna start with so we're not going to do too many stretches, yeah, we're just going to do a few stretches, but we're going to start with the shin box, yeah, and then we'll do about 3 or 4 more stretches. We've already gone over the time, yeah. So all right, so I'll start it from this side. I tend to want to start it from this side, I don't know why, but okay. So from there, we're just going to have that 90-degree angle at the knee on both sides, and then we're just going to transfer. So this is, like I say, loosening up your hip flexors, yeah. Push your knees down into the floor, extend through here, so you're really feeling that stretch, yeah. I'm just gonna do 2 more. 1 more. Okay, so next what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go onto my knees, and then I'm gonna sit back into my heels here, yeah. So sit back, and then I'm gonna extend my arms forward here. I'm gonna stretch through my back. At the same time, I'm pushing my hips back, yeah, and then I'm extending forward as much as I can. Really stretching through my back as well. Okay, I'm just going to bring it into a downward dog now. So here, push your hips down and just hold that position. So this week, I've not been feeling too well, but just gotta work through it. I've not been like really bad, but I've just been a bit low on energy, not feeling too. I feel like I was coming down with something, but I'm not sure what. But hey, so not feeling too bad today. So I thought I'll just try and push through today. All right, so we just go arm across the body here, and just extending our arm into the opposite side and stretching through here. Yeah, I'm gonna do the same on the other side. But just hold that stretch. Okay, just gonna do a wrist here. Do this side as well. So you want to do about, I'm going to hold for about 20 seconds or so, yeah? I'm holding a bit less. I'm going to try and go through this workout about another 3 more times. Like I said, you need to be doing, people. Okay, so just going to hold it here. Okay, so if you've just joined in, we're coming to the end of our session now. So I tend to do these sessions every Monday at 1:15. That's our set time. So I'm doing it on Tuesday today because I had a few things come up yesterday that I had to deal with, and it was around the time of my session, so then I unfortunately cancel the session or bring it over, move it to today. But ideally, for me, prefer when I do it on the Monday. Also, it's good, isn't it, to get a good workout in on the Monday. So for you guys out there who maybe want a bit of motivation, hence I do it on the Monday to try and motivate you guys to do a workout the Monday. Okay, all right, so we're gonna just do quads here. So we're gonna bring our heel, we'll do this stretch. This is one of my favorite stretches. Normally do it through each workout. Tend to try and stretch my quads out as much as possible. Okay, so tend to do this stretch almost every day. Okay, so just bring that heel into your glutes, feel that stretch into the back leg, the front of your thigh. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna do the other side, same thing. Push forward slightly, bring that heel up, bring that heel into your glutes. Okay, so just hold it here. Okay, so thanks for joining in today. Hopefully you can join in again next week. For everyone who joined in, thanks for joining in, and I'll see you next week. Yeah, till next time, please stay positive. Bye, people.